very few bonds that are stronger of a human being and their dog. And in the case of our next guest, it's a man and his dog. James First has battled tough times throughout his life, but all that changed when he struck up this incredible bond. It was a stray dog that he was given. He took in Staffordshire Bull Terrier. There it is there. That's Cody, who you're looking at there.
Yeah, but just over 3 weeks ago, Cody unfortunately went missing. This was from a park in North London. James obviously devastated about this, missing him so much. He's here now alongside his best friend, Jade. We're so sorry that this has happened to you. We've got a dog. You know, to be separated from them is heartbreaking. I suppose, James, it's the not knowing at the moment.
It certainly is, yeah. I mean, thank you guys for letting us come on the show this morning. It's been a very, very difficult couple of weeks, 3 weeks for us. My life has literally turned upside down.
But the thing about this is it's not just before you all sit and say, I've lost my dog, or thousands of people lose their dogs and whatever it is. There was a special dependency between James and Cody. And Cody, tell us about when Cody came into your life and what state your life was in.
So I was suffering quite a bad depression and drug addiction as a result of that. And I was out of work and I was really struggling to sort of manage my own life, wasn't looking after myself very well. And a friend of mine who was concerned had rescued this dog from a garden in Tottenham where the dogs had been abandoned. And he brought the dog to me and said, can you look after it for 24 hours, you know, just as a favour? And at that stage, I didn't think I was going to have a dog myself. I didn't have any, desire to have a pet. And after having the dog for 24 hours, I washed him because he smelled and kind of made him fresh. And I fell in love. But the next day when I called to say, you're going to come and collect him, it's been 24 hours, my friend said, I'm not taking him back. He's yours now. So
is that deliberate from your friend? Could he see
at the time, I didn't think it was, but now after speaking to him, years later, he explains to me that was always his plan. And
So how did it change? What were you doing then with Cody that was
you had to be
turning your life
responsible for
around?
somebody else,
exactly,
hadn't you?
Exactly that. I mean, initially it was just a look. I've came from a place where everybody was looking at me in disgust and disappointment. My mum, my parents, my friends, everybody. And then I have this dog that's looking at me with these bright eyes that I could do no wrong. And it was that...
It's that unconditional love.
Yeah, it was. Initially it was just that. And obviously I needed to look after Cody. So instead of staying out and not looking after myself, it gave me a reason to come home and to sort of have a little bit more of a balanced home life. And
some structure then.
Exactly.
So when you were maybe tempted to drink or take drugs, you had this dog in your mind.
Even if I was still drinking and taking drugs, at the end of an evening I'd need to go home rather than stay out and go to another party or stay at somebody's house. It gave me a reason to go home, and eventually I started to have a home life, obviously looking after the dog, looking after myself, making sure that the place is clean for the both of us, feeding the both of us.
The both of us. Best friend Jade, how would you describe this situation? What's your worry now? And what do you see? You see this bond that just in a few minutes, I think people can feel and they can see through the pictures how important it was.
I feel, the bond is obviously undeniable, but I think my biggest worry, obviously, at the beginning is that James was going to sort of backtrack on the progress that he's made in terms of his addiction, particularly. Thankfully, the support that we've had from our group of friends, his family, but mainly, the general public and strangers, and we've got people who've never met James, out traipsing the street at 3 a.m.
Well, let's talk, James, about where and how he went missing and just see if we can get people engaged in this that might have seen him. So when was this? Where was it?
As far as I'm being told, and that's what the dog walker has told me, he was lost by the lady that I'm employed to walk him whilst I'm at work. He was lost in a place called Hadley Woods, which is in Barnet, East Barnet, EN4, at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 2nd of August.
And he went off chasing a squirrel?
Or a deer or something like that, and he never came back. And obviously she panicked and tried to find the dog, and I never got a call for 4 hours. So in that time, 4 hours of a dog running around frantic trying to find, you know, the people that he was with, he could be absolutely anywhere in those 4 hours. So,
have you had any sightings? Has anybody been in touch and said they might have seen him?
we've had a few sightings, local sightings around Barnet, and we've also had some sightings in the surrounding areas. But the problem is we don't know if they're we don't know if they're real sightings or somebody has just spotted a dog that looks similar to Cody.
Has he got a collar with a number? Is he microchipped?
He is microchipped, and the details on the chip are up to date. When he was lost, he did have a harness on, but at this stage, I don't know if he's wriggled out of the harness, if somebody's had him, taken the harness off and let him go.
What's your gut feeling? You know this dog better than anybody. What's your gut feeling about what's happened?
My gut feeling is that he's with somebody.
Stolen or?
Either stolen or he's run into somebody and they thought, you know, this is a nice dog, we'll keep him.
Is he friendly?
He's very friendly, very, very friendly. And he's a beautiful dog as well, you know.
He is, look at him.
Absolutely gorgeous. So, you know, it would make a lovely pet for someone. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's thinking, perhaps I'll keep him. Maybe they haven't seen the posters, maybe, you know.
And they need to see the posters. And who are you appealing to? The main thing is we've got to narrow this down as to the area the dog could be in, or someone has seen someone with a new dog that's a staffy like that. What would you say to people? What's the message you want to get?
We're appealing to neighbours. If any of your neighbours have got a new dog that you've noticed, or any of your friends have suddenly appeared with a dog, or just anything that doesn't look quite right, perhaps a dog out of control, misbehaving to the owner, something like that. You know.
What about to somebody who might have taken him home and thinking he's so lovely, I want to keep him? What would you say what this is doing to you and how much you're missing Cody?
He is lovely, and I would understand how they felt, but the bond that I have with him is so strong.
He's your soulmate.
Yeah, he's my soulmate. I always thought, it's going to sound ridiculous, but I always thought I would be growing old with Cody, you know, and to not have him there, I don't have a home anymore. Cody is my home.
So it's fair to say you're heartbroken.
Completely heartbroken.
You're offering a £1,000 reward, which is your own money, hard-earned, well-saved.
It's all you've got.
Your savings, all you've got.
If there was more, they could have it with pleasure. I just want my boy back.
Yeah. Well, let's hope somebody has seen him and they'll get in touch with us. Oh, I'm sorry. It's so hard, I know. We've got a dog and it's heartbreaking, James.
Well, here is your boy. We're gonna leave. We're gonna put a picture of your boy on the screen here, and we're just saying to people, there he is. That's James. That's Cody. Sorry, and they love each other and they deserve to be together. And James is very, very dependent on this dog. So if you can make it happen, please, please, please reunite them. How would they get in touch? Who do they get in touch with?
There's a telephone number for people to contact. It's am I okay to say it?
Yeah, we putting that on our website.
It's
we'll put it
07521 259 480.
Yeah, there it is.
We'll put that on our website as well, because numbers there and things that are relevant. We wish you so much luck in finding him.
Thank you so much. Thanks for letting us come on.
And well done for turning your life round with that dog. It's amazing.
Thank you.
In just a moment, we're